Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about one of the most important things ever in sales, right? How do I get a person, that buyer, that prospect to take action? And you'll hear people banter about whether you call it pain, whether you create a business case, whether you're getting their why, whatever we call it, who cares? Let's just figure this out. Now, today I want to couch this around selling a product, a little bit different than selling a service. So, how do we do this in selling a product, especially whenever we're getting people specifically requesting a particular product? So, let's break this out. An example would be something like, hey, listen, I was looking at your widget P90X and I'm interested in buying that. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Right? That's typical, right? That's what's going to happen. So how do we set this up to bring out, to tease out that emotional compelling reason why to take action? I mean, it's a product, for goodness sakes. It's a P9, it's a widget P90X. I mean, what's so sexy or emotionally involved around that? We have to find that emotional reason no matter what, right? And this works, and we know it. We hear it a million times. People buy emotionally and they justify intellectually, even if it's a highly engineered, highly complex, even a highly commoditized product. So let's see how this works. So I'm reaching out to you today because I'm looking at your widget P90X. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Sure. Oh my gosh, I can spend all day on talking about the P90X product, but I'd like to do this out of role play. I'm going to go into my 3 magic questions, right? So I go to my 3 magic questions. And question number 1 is going to be, can you tell me a little bit about why the P90X widget? I mean, it's really great. I love it, but what had you taking notice of it? Well, I blank, blank, blank. I like this or that about it. Okay, interesting. So why was that important? Can you tell me a little bit more, right? So tell me a little bit more about that. And can you give me an example? And this is the biggest piece here. And this is question number 1, is getting that example. Can you tell me a little bit more? Can you give me an example of when you didn't have that particular component, that particular feature, what happened? Got it. Okay. And then magic question number 2 is, because of that, what? What happened because of that? Well, blah, 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 blah. All right. And then you tease that out a little bit more. And then magic question number 3 is, hey, are there alternatives that you could use instead of the widget P90X? Now you're going, what? Why in the world would I ask if there's alternatives? Here's a curious thing. Studies show, and this is data from Wingman, a data resource center, almost like Kong or Chorus or Gong, that records this. There is a 31% better likelihood of them purchasing if you bring up alternatives. So you get them to work through that. There are other alternatives than this this widget P90X. I mean, are there any alternatives out there? Well, yeah, we could look this, and this. Oh, okay. Well, they're all pretty good. Let's talk through that. I mean, why not just go with that other one? I think they're a little bit less expensive. Or why not go for this one? They're a better known brand. Or why not go for this one? And you tease that out, and you're getting out all of the objections, all of the stalls, all of the delays right here in the conversation. So it's leveraging these 3 magic questions. And the last one is really bringing up the alternatives to do that. And then from there, we can get a yes, no decision off of that. And so I guess after that, the thing that we'd want to do is go to, okay, well, let's take action. So the call to action. All right. So now that we've talked about these other alternatives, it seems like, yes, absolutely, the P90X widget is going to be the best for this particular scenario. So what should we do from here? How do we validate this? And we set up the hashtag next steps. And that is how you sell using pain or business case or the emotion compelling reason why to take action, even in a product offering. Get after it. Let's sell a lot of stuff. Let's impact the community through great sales ability. Thanks, everyone. See ya.